President-elect Obama is back in
different. I sounded different.
You may have seen her smile on camera before. Nature. Relax. It seems that nothing can stump her. But you may not have expected it. Behind that smiling face, covering up a series of suffocating domestic accidents. 1988. Her father suddenly went abroad. 2026. Her mother's life is at stake. Force her to live stream halfway through. I personally terminated this project. Life in Savannah is like someone pressing the accelerator button of tragedy. Fate from beginning to end. She has never had the opportunity to show weakness. Let's go back to 1988. She was only 16 years old that year, living with family in Tucson, Arizona. Father Charles is going on a business trip to Mexico. Who would have thought? This trip has become an eternal farewell. Asymptomatic acute heart attack. Take him away immediately. Once a peaceful and warm home, it shattered overnight. You should know. Charles is the only one in the family who earns money. As soon as he left, Nancy's mother was pushed directly to the edge of the cliff. 3 underage children. It all depends on her alone. In order to keep the children alive, she can only put a hard shell on herself. She treats every penny at home as a funeral bell. Working feels like risking one's life. She doesn't allow herself to show any tenderness in front of the child. Teardrop. I have never fallen in front of them before. Young Savannah. I saw my mother's tolerance in her eyes. This also directly determines the way she handles things in the future. She remembers the rules of survival. More difficult. We cannot show weakness. She didn't go to see a psychologist. I didn't tell anyone how painful it was to lose my father. This 16-year-old girl. Choose to keep all discomfort tightly hidden in your heart. Put all your energy back into the textbook. Study day and night. I want to use a perfect transcript. Cover up your broken heart. This kind of fanaticism that locks itself up. She really doesn't have time. She was very beautiful in high school. I have been admitted to the University of Arizona. Obtained a bachelor's degree in journalism in 1993. But she thinks it's not enough. Provide additional protection for oneself. She continued to squeeze herself. Later, he was admitted to Georgetown University. Obtained a Doctor of Laws degree in 2002. Childhood upheaval. It's like leaving an invisible mark on her body. Completely rewrote her personality. Let her stay for the next few decades. Not willing to yield to weakness even once. In the workplace, she walked all the way up. Becoming an industry leader envied by others. Can be located in places that the camera cannot capture. She failed time and time again, having suffered serious physical injuries multiple times. All of these, she hid behind that perfect face. 2005, she married Mark Ochid. This marriage only lasted for 4 years. The two officially broke up in 2009, the date of completion of divorce procedures. Savannah, 37 years old, did not cry. It didn't collapse either. She just quietly packed things into the cardboard box. Move into a new home. The next morning, she appeared in the studio as usual, not even appearing on the camera once. The audience doesn't know. She just got divorced. March 2014, she entered into her second marriage, marrying Michael Feldman. She was 42 years old that year. Write it on the obstetric medical record. This is a standard elderly parturient. They both really want children. So I immediately started using various medical methods to prepare for pregnancy. But age is an issue. Deception is impossible. Around 40 years old, I want to get pregnant and have children. The cost to be paid is unimaginable. Powerful drugs enter the body in a circular shape. She won't be able to hold on anymore soon. Subsequently, an extremely painful miscarriage occurred. That was during the routine inspection period. The doctor stared at the ultrasound image. Speak very directly. The child no longer has a heartbeat. That moment, Savannah didn't say anything. She walked out of the clinic alone. Drive back to the empty apartment. Replace with ordinary people. At this point, I'm afraid I have already taken leave and fainted. But she came at 3 o'clock the next morning. I opened my eyes on time, completely naked, makeup like a machine. Drive to the studio in Manhattan, standing in front of the camera, play morning news in the most complete state. I can't hear the trembling sound. Is it the management team of the company? There are still hundreds of millions of viewers in front of television. No one knows. She just experienced the pain of losing her child. Fortunately, fate later gave her a response. After experiencing the darkness of miscarriage, she brought 2 children to this world. August 13th, 2014. My eldest daughter, Will, was born. December 8th, 2016. She's 44 years old. They also have a son, Charles, the weight of an elderly mother. In addition, the workload of gold medal anchors push her body to the limit. She can only be precise to every minute, living a life that is almost self-destructive. Every evening at 8 o'clock, she must force herself to sleep with her eyes closed. The alarm clock rings at 3 a.m. At 4 o'clock, people will appear at the first studio in New York. Attend the news planning meeting at 5 o'clock, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is a 2-hour nationwide live broadcast. The red light for the live broadcast has gone out. She didn't even take a sip of water. We need to drive back to the apartment, because there are 2 babies waiting to be breastfed at home. Breastfeeding, take a bath, lull to sleep. She did it alone. She stubbornly refused to hire a full-time nanny. Persist in manually completing these tasks. Top anchor and full-time mom. Both of these things have brought me pressure at the same time. Keep her on the brink of extreme sleep deprivation for a long time, even if you're so tired that your eyes are straight. She has never complained to any colleagues either, because in her heart, still firmly engraved with the rules her mother taught her decades ago. Anyway, you can't even let yourself fall. She always relies on this rule to persevere. Until January 31st, 2026. That day, push her into the darkest and deadliest storm of her life. Private residences in Tucson, Arizona. A group of unidentified individuals quietly cut off all surveillance footage. Then, he forcibly took away Savannah's 84-year-old mother, Nancy. When the local police arrived at the scene to search, a black USB flash drive was found on the coffee table in the living room. The content inside, directly turning this missing case into a heinous kidnapping and extortion case. The attitude of this group of people is very arrogant. It would cost $6 million to say it. Meanwhile, it is stipulated that the deadline must be met before the deadline. Transfer all funds to an anonymous Bitcoin wallet. Even more heartbreaking is, they refused to provide any photos, record, still a video. That is to say, no one can confirm that 84-year-old Nancy is still alive at this moment. The police investigation immediately turned into a time war with the Grim Reaper, because this elderly person suffers from severe chronic cardiovascular disease. There is also a life-sustaining pacemaker implanted in the body. Anticoagulants and heart rate control medications must be taken on time every day. The police confirmed at the scene. The kidnappers took that person away. I didn't bring a bottle of medicine. Medical experts have made the strictest judgment. Without these drugs, there is no need to resist. At the age of 84, the body can last for 72 hours. Move forward. Blood pressure will soar. The heart will completely fail. Savannah received this call in New York. At that time, she was preparing for the live broadcast that morning. After listening, she said without hesitation, "Put all the work behind you." I packed a few clothes and rushed to the airport. Purchase a flight ticket directly from Kennedy International Airport to Arizona. The last few minutes before the plane takes off, she exhausted all her resources, hired a professional armed security team. Let them guard the entrance of the Manhattan apartment. We must ensure the absolute safety of Will and Charlie. What she's afraid of is, the other party will target her child. The plane landed in Tucson. She can't even breathe. Go directly to the local office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, because this case involves a huge ransom. It also involves complex virtual currency money laundering. Federal agents have completely taken control of the situation. Savannah took the initiative to step forward, becoming the sole spokesperson for the entire family, and also the only decision-maker. She sat alone in the investigation room, cooperating with the investigation, sitting for several hours at a time, calmly hand over all of my mother's medical records, pacemaker serial number, and all bank account information. When federal cybersecurity experts track Bitcoin wallets online, she started frantically calling her personal banker and financial advisor, authorized them to immediately sell all the properties and stocks under her name. She only has one request: before the deadline given by the kidnappers, collect $6 million. Nightmare of 2026 suddenly tore open the old injury from 1988. Parents' lives are hanging in the air. This was also an accident. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't control it. I also want to say something. I can't even reach my favorite person. But this woman is not alarmed. The defense mechanism that has been sealed in her body for decades immediately reopen in front of the detective. She didn't shed a single tear. On the contrary, it forces itself to escalate this hostage crisis. Treat it as a tricky piece of news to handle. Use the coldest data, the hardest logic, step by step, push down. When she was dealing with kidnappers and agents in Arizona, her partner in New York, she is also her best friend. Hoda Kotb, 61 years old, proactively taking on future concerns. Monitor various directions of public opinion at the headquarters of the broadcasting company. Use all your strength to support the sky behind her. Speaking of Hoda, she will be in early 2026. In fact, it has entered a semi-retired state. Significant reduction in workload. She even booked flights and hotels to Milan, Italy in advance, preparing to report on the upcoming Winter Olympics online. But when she heard that her best friend's mother had been kidnapped, I never thought about it at all. I directly dialed the phone number of the president of the news department of the National Broadcasting Corporation. The tone is very firm. Request to cancel all my trips to Italy. She wants to stay. Help your sisters hold the sky. She convinced the senior management of the company, proactively giving up the Olympic coverage opportunity that everyone envies, returning to the tradition of waking up at 3 a.m., sitting on the morning anchor in Savannah. This matter is not just about substitute work. It can prevent Savannah from defaulting on work due to absenteeism. This also saved her income in this crisis. Early morning of February 2nd, 2026. Hoda uses his influence to conduct live broadcasts nationwide. I spoke to the camera for 45 seconds. She didn't walk around. She told everyone. In 2023, when her adopted daughter Hope fell seriously ill and was admitted to the intensive care unit, Savannah was the first person to push all the work to the hospital. At that time, Savannah was quietly by her side. Give her strength. Also block everything outside for her. At the end of the live broadcast, Hoda looked at the camera and said firmly, Savannah protected her family at that time. So now, she will also make every effort to protect Savannah. She won't let an 84-year-old man go missing, being arbitrarily overthrown by this society. After the live stream ends, she immediately launched the Yellow Ribbon Operation in the studio. In the hearts of many people, the meaning of Yellow Ribbon is very simple. I just hope my family can come back safely. She bought hundreds or even thousands of bright yellow ribbons. Hand it over to everyone in the studio one by one. Photographer, makeup artist, sound engineer, assistant. She walked over, carefully pinned the ribbon onto the uniform with a pin. She needs to ensure every person appearing in the camera, everyone has this mark on their body, not just these. She also bought 20 huge yellow rose baskets at her own expense, neatly arranged next to the news anchor station. There is also a camera location next to it. The entire studio hall, covered by this yellow patch. The impact of these photos is too great. It quickly exploded among American audiences. Thousands of ordinary people go to buy yellow ribbons. Tie it to the rearview mirror of your own car. Tie it up at your doorstep. Prevent the heat of this kidnapping case from decreasing. Besides screen support, Hoda is also working hard to develop his social media account, which has 2 million followers. She posted a photo of Savannah and her mother Nancy. There are no beautiful sentences in the title. There is no emotional embellishment either. She just used the shortest word, presenting the most heartbreaking facts. She repeatedly emphasized, 84-year-old Nancy at risk of discontinuing medication. Repeatedly emphasize how much this family wishes their mother could come back alive. At the bottom of each dynamic, she attached the FBI's reporting phone number. After suppressing public opinion, the FBI and local police have to prioritize handling this case. Dispatch the strongest police force to search and rescue with full force. These are all surface phenomena. In fact, this is only half of what Hoda did. Privately, she also established another line of defense for Savannah. Every late night, Hoda's live broadcast in New York ends. Savannah was also exhausted and ended the strategic meeting with negotiation experts. Now, Hoda's call will arrive on time. During this half-hour conversation, she set a dead rule for herself. Never proactively inquire about cases. She didn't ask about the progress of the 6 million transfer. I don't ask if the FBI has any new leads, because she knows. Let Savannah repeat those terrible details again. It's like sprinkling salt on her wound. She played different roles on the phone. A supervisor with a tough attitude. She will order Savannah to drink water. Dehydration is not allowed. Please ask her to finish all her dinner. Energy conservation. If you are so anxious that you cannot fall asleep, you must take the medicine prescribed by the doctor. But most importantly, it was Hoda who took advantage of these late-night companions, covering up Savannah's sturdy iron walls. It was slowly dismantled. She said into the microphone, "It's with me. You don't have to carry it on your back. If you want to cry, cry. You can cry as long as you want. Hoda, tell her. Mother's life and death are unknown. Do you feel scared? I don't think I can hold on anymore. This is the most normal human reaction. In front of my best friend. You don't need to pretend to be some indestructible superwoman." After saying these, Hoda on the other end of the phone stopped talking, just silently guarding the team, not hanging up. She accompanied me with this silent voice. "We have enclosed an absolutely safe place for Savannah. Make this woman who has been nervous for most of her life. Finally, all defenses can be lifted. In the dark, unconsciously suppressing the fear and tears that have been suppressed for too long. Tell me everything, before tears flow out." Savannah has been engaged in a very tragic battle in her heart. The hostage crisis in February 2026 lasted for too long. He looks too long and can't breathe. On her side, this is a set of iron rules that her mother gave her since she was young. On the other hand, it was reality that pushed her step by step to the brink of collapse. Exactly 38 years. She regards her mother Nancy's philosophy of survival as her creed. Hard as steel. "I cannot show weakness in front of anyone. This shell has grown into the bones. I have indeed saved her many times in the past. Make her grit her teeth and face the sudden death of her father in Mexico." One person swallowed the bitterness of their first marriage breakdown, silently enduring the heavy blow of abortion, then cut open all the way, ascending to the pinnacle of the television news industry. But this time is different. Faced with my mother being kidnapped and extorted, the armor that once protected her suddenly turned into a heavy shackle. It was too heavy, almost crushing her entire body. Her body and mind, they all fell down. She put all the weight on herself. She needs to concentrate and answer detailed questions from federal agents one by one. She must decide alone how to transfer 6 million virtual currencies. She still needs to repeatedly calculate time in her mind. Count the pacemaker on my mother's chest. How much longer can we hold on? In her opinion, as long as a person's emotions get out of control, possible bias in judgment, she cannot be a good spokesperson for this family. Some people are not good at negotiation. So in front of the surveillance camera, in front of federal investigators and other relatives, she doesn't even relax for a minute. This extreme suppression. I received the payment soon, because my brain has been rehearsing the worst possible outcome my mother could face. She suffers from severe insomnia. I couldn't sleep all night. Only 7 days. The weight has been reduced. The immense pressure caused her facial and neck muscles to stretch all day long, like a slender bowstring, can cause stinging and pain. In order to stand up straight at the lengthy case briefing of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, she can only pour black coffee cup after cup, using caffeine to forcibly relieve numb nerves. She rotates like an uninterested investigative machine, but I didn't realize it. I have mastered all the functions of my body, forced to be completely exhausted. Put it more bluntly, her way of persisting is as follows. Physical injury, even surpassing the crisis itself. At that time, he was in the FBI office in Arizona. A group of people surrounded her. Fully armed detective, lawyers who charge exorbitant fees, experts in understanding virtual currencies, those relatives who have become a mess. But among these people, including these professionals, surprisingly, no one noticed it. She almost committed suicide. Only one person saw it. This is Hoda, thousands of miles away. They are obviously far apart from each other. Hoda knows her too well. From telephone receiver, she immediately caught those dangerous signals. When she heard Savannah speak, she couldn't catch her breath. Uneven. I heard her pressing down desperately. The voice is still trembling gently. Hoda is very clear about this. The steel defense line that Savannah spent decades building. At this moment, one big crack after another had already cracked open. She's not like anyone else. Persuade Savannah to continue being a powerful news hero. What she did was exactly the opposite. In Savannah, the nerves have reached their limit. I opened the pressure-reducing valve based on my body temperature. In those late-night conversations, Hoda took off all the halos from Savannah, whether she is a celebrity anchor with an annual salary of millions or not. It doesn't matter whether she holds a Juris Doctor degree from a prestigious university or not. That moment, Hoda only has a 54-year-old daughter in his eyes, because a person can lose their mother at any time. A child who was so scared that he trembled all over. What did Hoda do? Directly subverted many people's impression of workplace friendship. Relation. This is no longer a competition for television station positions. During Savannah's darkest period, Hoda caught the only rope she could grab. Let her not be completely dragged down by reality. Hoda never says those exaggerated comforting words. I won't give people that useless motivational soup. Her method is very practical. This is about addressing Savannah's most pressing issues one by one. To protect my best friend's job and income, she left work without saying a word. Mobilize national public opinion and pressure the police. She started the yellow ribbon operation with one hand. She's like a tireless gatekeeper. During the day, handle all public relations issues for Savannah on the front lines. Late at night, once again became her spiritual pillar. He forcibly built an invisible wall around her. Let this exhausted female anchor fall apart. I can finally put down my mask. Take a deep breath. In the crisis of 2026, this is enough to destroy people's spiritual world. In 1988, 16-year-old Savannah never repeated his actions again. At that time, she could only bear all the pain alone. No one is helping. No one asked either. But this time is different, because Hoda gave up the opportunity to report on the Milan Winter Olympics. Hoda prevented the media from bombing her in her studio in New York. Hoda forced her to drink water on the phone in a tone that was almost commanding. Force her to take medication. This time too, Savannah finally figured it out. Truly powerful. This didn't lock the tears tightly in the eyes. This is not pretending to be able to handle anything. If it were you, at the most unbearable moment, can you completely let go in front of others? Do you think this is considered weak? Is that really brave? You can tell me your thoughts in the comments section. These two women, based on their experience, Present the truth to everyone. At the moment of collapse that day, the strongest power of a person. How long can you tolerate it? This has never been a problem. But do you have someone like this around you, willing to take on tasks that you cannot handle? When you finally decide not to persist anymore, when the whole person is relaxed, you can reach out your hand, hold you tight. Thank you all for seeing this. If the story can also resonate with you, you can click to subscribe. You are also welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments section.